We should have the GIF debate in character.
Well, the funny thing is, the more I use GIF, because it's the one I use, the more I run into situations where I think GIF works better.
Hey everyone, welcome to Golden Age Stories Technogate game 1999. We're playing Mage the Ascension, Technocrats, and the basis of the game is that we've got a Technogate group here, team here, Technogate 42. They go out on missions through the Technogate. They currently have a spaceship of their own. They have done a lot of different missions for the Technogate and have kind of built up a pretty good reputation for themselves in this facility. This is I want to say chantry, but it's not a chantry. What the hell is it called?
Construct.
I wanted to say conclave, and I'm like, that's definitely not right. So it's a construct in Madison, Wisconsin, underneath the airport, and it's like this deep underground facility that has this giant black hole that's kind of contained within a cage that allows them to transport themselves across the universe, basically, or the Umbra or other dimensions. And the players are first we have is Tycho Vance. So Tycho, go ahead and tell me a little bit about your character and what you look like.
Well, first of all, I'm Moto Rory, playing Tycho Vance. I am not Tycho Vance. This character is not based on me at all. I grew up the son of one of the major players, actually two of the major players at Technogate. My father, Buck Samsonite, legendary space adventurer who disappeared in 1978, I think. You know, we don't know exactly what year yet. He disappeared, and I was still raised by my mother, but I spent a lot of time as a child at the Technogate facility. And then when I was 18 or 19, I went on a little adventure with some werewolves for a few years, bumming around the Umbra and probably becoming more spirit than man based on all the technicalities. But now I'm back. And my mom got me a job on a Technogate team, and now I'm hanging out with these guys and being overbearing, just like my mother.
What do you look like?
What's that?
What do you look like?
Oh, 25, 26, white male. I always wear weird big glasses, and I'm super into the retro futurist aesthetic that you would see on like old shows like Lost in Space. Nice.
So we also have Jesse's Meow, who is playing Phaedra Bennett. Phaedra, go ahead and tell us a little bit about your character.
Yep. So Phaedra Bennett grew up in Vegas with her stripper mom, who she loved dearly, was very sheltered and usually stayed at the library reading biology and chemical books. Wanted to be a scientist when she grew up to help support her mother. One day, while searching for jobs to get ready for college, she came across a job that didn't seem right. It was super shady, so she bounced. But a week later, when she was heading home, she saw her interviewer had murdered her mom. She found out later that person's name was Muddin, and was actually a cult leader who had been murdering women for the last several years. And as she started tracking him down, stumbled across Technogate in this group, which they had helped her actually defeat Muddin and thwart his plans, kind of. She is an African American female, usually garbed in white vests and slacks. She dumpster dives at Goodwill a lot. But yeah, that's my character.
Awesome. All right, so we also have Bruce City, who is in charge of and in control of Robert Kell's great mind. Tell us a little bit about Robert.
Oh, Robert is a mid to late 20s guy who had been working on the periphery of the Technocracy, not really seeing the deep shadowy parts, but just doing kind of psych evals and debriefs for people who had been through some stuff. And got thrown into this mess and is quickly realizing that the universe is crazier than he ever thought. He's your average looking guy, about average height, average build, just regular kind of brown hair, glasses, always wears a suit, and kind of keeps his briefcase along with him most of the time as well, but very nondescript. You wouldn't even notice him most of the time. Until you look close, then you realize that for some reason he's ridiculously attractive, but that was because I did not quite understand the point system of charisma at the beginning. So, or which one is that?
Appearance.
Yeah, appearance. he's like your typical rom-com. You take off his glasses and you let his hair down. You're just like, oh my god.
He actually has some looks to him.
But yeah,
All right.
that's Robert.
All right, and then we have Hockerman, who is playing Malachi. Tell us a little bit about Malachi.
Hello.
Hello.
I am playing Malachi, and Malachi is a son of a military family in the Air Force. He got exposure to Technogate due to his mother, who was kind of high up. Made some friends of some deviants, which ended up being a mark on his otherwise stellar record. But they didn't want to get rid of him, so they transferred him sideways to kind of helping out with the more combat-oriented ventures of the civilian Technogate team. Probably about 6 foot tall, likes to wear a leather or dark denim jacket, just jeans, sneakers, unless if doing something that's dangerous. Very casual, very comfortable. Doesn't take care of his hair, any of it. So big beard, disheveled head.
Awesome. All right, so we start off with you guys have had about a week of downtime to replenish all of your willpower and bring your quiescence back up. And then you guys, or today is, so we're just going to bring it up to today is February 1st in game. So in 1999, February 1st, you guys are given a email that lets you know that there's a mission briefing that you'll be having at 10 a.m. The mission briefing is, the basic summary of the mission is that you guys are going to, or that you have a special invite to Autochthonia that or auto. How do you say that?
Autochthonia.
Autochthonia is having a special once-a-year race that they do with their prototype cars called the Proto race.
Are we on the ship right now? Because we're on a spaceship now, right?
No, you guys are back at Technogate.
Oh, we're back at Technogate? We don't get to stay on the ship all the time?
No.
Sound a little
I
salty.
mean, you could kind of, I guess, but it'd be dry docked to a certain degree. Or if you want to go exploring, I guess, on your off time with the ship.
Is the ship based inside the Technogate facility?
Yes.
Okay. I'm fine with it then.
Alright, so anything that you guys want to do before 10 o'clock?
I don't know, roll in hungover at 9:30?
Alright, so let's go ahead and move here.
Do we know about do we have the mission details before 10 o'clock?
I'm going to say that this they don't give you too much detail, just basically what I gave you, and then that you'll get more information from the general when you talk to him.
Do we have any information? Does it say we're going to Autochthonia, or
yeah, just what I just told you is what's in.
So we already got the idea that we have been specifically invited to a thing called what again? What's it called?
The Autochthonia Proto race.
The Proto race. Do I know what that is?
Make a intelligence plus.
Is there history?
If you have Technogate or I guess Technocracy lore would be about the.
I've got 1 dot in childhood at the construct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Throw that in.
Probably enough. Let's see. I'll use expression because that's 1 dot here. What do I got?
All right, 1 success.
Is that enough?
Yep. For that, I'll say that you've heard about it. That it's when Iteration X kind of debuts their special concept of racing, and their special cars that they built for it, and their special racetrack that they built for it, and it's kind of this, kind of odd spectacle that happens.
And we're going to spectate?
You're going to race.
Oh, okay.
You also know that each convention is assigned or is like sent an invitation to this, and each convention is picks a team for them to go. I would say with the 1 success, I'm still going to give you this. I probably normally want a little bit more for this, but you would know that historically, Iteration X sends the best. And one of the things that Void Engineers are known for is sending the teams that they think get the best amount of experience, as well as, possibly win it, but they're not sending like the best of their best. They're sending people that are, kind of gonna go through a crazy experience, basically.
So I was thinking that the reason we got invited was because we raced that guy, last season.
So you do.
But now you're telling me that we're just getting sent there because Technogate is like, send these guys.
You do have a mission report that says that you guys did that race stuff. So that's the reason why you're still picked as being, you're not the best. You're not known as like the best racers of all.
We're not. They're not as concerned about us being the A team.
Right, but you've done some cool shit with racing on some kind of similar kind of concept as to what you're going to be going to, and the Void Engineers believe that you would be the best, pick for an experience gain for you, as well as something that is within your wheelhouse.
So they didn't choose us because they think we're going to win. They chose us because of a variety of mission parameters put us at we got the most points in. This is the best for Technogate.
Void Engineers in general, yes.
I'm a bit salty about that, but I think we can
get
win.
Specially picked out of like thousands of people. Whiny bastard.
As someone who did not take part in the race, I am terrified.
Same. I don't think my methods are going to be allowed in this race.
Wait till let's just wait for the briefing, Phaedra. You never know. Bridges, he's got his reasons.
Okay.
All I know is you guys came back from the last race with some crazy transforming car.
We had that beforehand.
No, the two bikes.
Oh, Ginger, thank you for the follow.
Oh, was it the bikes? You're right. It was the bikes.
Yeah, thanks, Ginger.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the briefing.
Yes, because I don't know what to be preparing yet until I know the briefing.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Let's do it.
All right, so let's see. Bring that up here real quick. All right. So you guys go into the briefing room, and the general kind of has up a little schematic here on the display screen. And when you guys kind of come in, he's like, good to have you guys here, and you guys have been specially handpicked by the Void Engineers in order to participate in something that only happens once a year and has quite a bit of interest and activity that I think you guys might be pretty good at after reading the report that I had on your excursion last time that you were in Autochthonia. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and say the name anymore.
Autochthonia.
I believe that this might be something that your team would be best suited for. So we need to get you guys kind of set up here. So this is the racetrack that you will be driving on, and he gives you kind of another picture of it as well here. Kind of looks all crazy comparatively to the 2D aspect of it. And then these will be the cars that you will be given for this race. They're like a, high tech. They don't have any wheels. They kind of go off of a hover mechanic from those magnets basically that are on the side.
So wait, I don't get to use my special car that I have?
No, but you can use well, I'm wondering about because the one rule that let's get into that by talking and going over the rules of this here. So the rules are pretty basic. You can enhance yourself as much as you want, but you cannot do anything to the track or to the car for enhancements.
Can we hinder other players?
You cannot hinder other players. The focus of the track and the focus of what you guys will be doing is that there's 4 different positions that you need to fill. One is a driver, one is a gunner, one is a navigator, and one will work sensors. And the whole course is kind of based off of a couple different things. So let me bring you guys kind of back here real quick. And also, go ahead and give you guys yourselves an experience point for getting a follow on our channel here.
Oh, is that how that works?
One day he'll regret that.
Yes, he will.
Hey, let's hope. Also, I don't think we got XP for last session.
I did send you guys in the Gmail that you guys should have got 4 experience, but I did not say it last time, yes. So.
All right, I'll put it up to 35 now.
I do say that that's not always that you'll get a follow, but
Nope, you heard it here. 1 XP.
Well, we'll just use a regressive logarithmic algorithm for that.
But yeah, that's awesome, Ginger, that you play Mage and find streams like this is always fun to have somebody watching and checking out what we're doing here. And and I can't promise that I'll give out an experience point every time we get a follow, but it's been pretty special lately, so.
Go ahead and unfollow and then refollow. See if that works.
So let's go over the course here real quick. So I have you guys. Yep. So the first number 1 right here. There's 3 different courses technically here. There's A, B, and C. You'll be doing Heat 1, Heat 2, and then the full track with everybody actually on the track with you. Heat 1 is just this. Why did A move over here? I want you to hear B. Oh, that's why, because I moved it that way. B goes here and C is there.
What the hell is happening?
So A is the first track. So you go around, you have 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 that you'll be doing.
Oh, I see.
And then you'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then you'll do the full track actually. And each one of these points has like a specific thing that you'll have to overcome. Some things extremely simple as just trying to take a corner, and some things a little bit more. So starting off at number 1, you guys will have to take a tight corner, but the main thing that you'll be encountering here is that drones will be popping out and attacking you. So the gunner is going to have to be able to take those down, and the driver is going to have to, avoid taking damage. Number 2 is just a tight corner that the driver has to take dexterity plus drive plus dexterity.
Wait, are we still talking about Heat 1, or are we doing the whole track?
I'm just going to go over the whole track.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, I should. But yeah, there's the 3 different heats, but I'll just go over all of them at once, since you'll get an idea of what each point is then. So number 3 is a loop-de-loop that you're going to have to do. And that will rely on both the driver and the navigator to be able to successfully pull that off. The navigator will have to use correspondence and forces of 1 and enhanced through the system itself in order to allow you to pull that off completely. Number 4 is the just a corner. Number 5 is the track will phase. So you're going to have to use the sensors, which will be using correspondence, entropy, and time in order to predict the phase of what the road will be in. If you fall through, you'll have to go into flight mode, but you're gonna fall for a little bit, and flight mode is not as fast in the setup that they have for these cars. Number 6 is there's a bunch of turrets that are set up at this point that will attack the car. And the gunner will have to take out those turrets while you're doing a tight turn. Number 7 is a just a tight corner. Number 8 is boost pads that you'll have to use. The sensor person will have to locate using time, entropy, and correspondence the different locations of where the boost pads are going to be, and then the driver has to kind of hit those pads.
Yeah, that was 8.
Yep, that was number 8. Number 10 is flight mode. So you're going to have to work with the navigator on flight mode in order to best navigate the, there's going to be like winds and different kind of tunnels that you're going to have to kind of navigate through using mainly correspondence and forces.
What happened to 9?
Oh, sorry, 9 is a jump. I apologize. That gets you into flight mode. Navigator will work with the driver on both the jump and the flight mode, as well as number 11 is the landing. Number 12 is just a tight corner. Number 13 is the roadblocks that will pop up randomly that you'll have to work with sensors. As well as gunner can kind of take, if the sensors fail, you can kind of gun it down possibly before you run into it type stuff. The roadblocks won't like stop you completely. They're just going to slow you down basically.
Do you lose points by shooting them immediately?
Not necessarily. It just is, there's possibilities of, I would say, I mean, I guess it would be possible for you to just shoot them before you even needed to know. Well, one of the things is the roadblocks that pop up. Sorry, that's one of the reasons why sensors is going to be needed. It's not just something you can see. You need to know when these roadblocks are going to pop up in front of you, and it's possible to shoot them down before possibly running into them. But knowing where they're going to be is more important. So it's more of know where they're going to be so you don't hit them, but if you have one just pop up in front of you, go ahead and shoot it down, or kind of avoid it type stuff. But once again, they're not dead stops. They're just stuff you'll have to run through.
So there would be like nav/gunner on that one? Or sensor/gunner?
Sensor/gunner.
Also, do you notice that I'm like actually putting like text things in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was doing it in Notepad, but yours is way more useful for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the start of this, I was like, I am never going to remember any of this shit.
And then we have number 14 is a wall that you'll have to phase through using sensors. Once again, you can also just gun through the wall, but if you do gun through the wall, you're opening it up for anybody behind you. Number 15 is a tight corner with turrets. And then the last, number 16, is a corner with drones. So you've got gunner and driver and gunner and driver for the last two.
I don't know what y'all are thinking, but I feel like Sensors is screaming my name.
Yeah, I can't do half of that shit.
Yeah, I'm guessing the big question here is, does Malachi drive or shoot? Because he's got the highest skills in those for both. Also, what was number 16 again? Drones? So it would be turrets or gunner and sensors? It'd probably be all of them.
Hey, Phaedra, how's your correspondence and forces?
Forces, I got 1 dot. Correspondence, I have 3.
You're not a bad navigator then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only need 1 dot in any of these in order to perform these tasks, and so the main things is that the driver really needs to have good dex and good drive as well as stamina. The gunner really needs to have good dexterity and firearms. You can also use advanced weaponry what is it that you have? Energy weapons?
I have 2 in energy weapons.
You can substitute either of those 2 out, but they'll both be at difficulties of 6. So there's no special bonus for the secondary on this one.
My advice is Tycho drives, Malakai's on guns.
So Navigator definitely needs correspondence and forces, and Sensors needs correspondence, entropy, and time.
At those.
I have similar. I feel that I'm similarly competent both at driving and shooting. So
Yes.
whichever one you're better at, Tycho.
At our previous race,
We were both drivers, right?
Yeah, you were both drivers, and Malachi technically was in first place, but you were literally like a couple seconds behind. So driving isn't that big of an issue for both of you. Gunning is important.
Yeah, I think gunning is going to be more important. So I want to say Malachi on that, and also I want to be the driver. Let's just admit that. Come on, you know I want to be the driver. Also, Josh, can I spend some experience right now?
Yes.
Okay. Drive 3, Dex 3.
I'm going from 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Your character does that stuff for sure.
Okay. What's the cost in those? Drive 3 and then Dex 3.
Drive 3 should be 6. Yep, because you're buying 3, so it should be 2 times 3, and then Dex is
it's going to be
3 times 4, I believe. So
12. So down to 17. Wow. I am never going to get any new spheres or
so also the rules are you can did I go over that? Yeah, you can do anything to yourselves, but you can't do anything to the car or to the track. I don't know. You're gonna have to bring that up in character about whether or not you can use your talisman, or you want to sneak it in and not tell anybody.
Yeah, because I was just looking up my my thing. Let me yeah, one of Sosie's things is, well, it's any car with an internal combustion engine.
Ooh, yeah, unfortunately not going to be able to be used here.
Well, now see, that's open to interpretation.
Well,
right? We just need to add an internal combustion engine of any size. And the effect of that, if I use her with an arret roll at difficulty 5, for the rest of the scene, it reduces drive roll difficulties by 2. So that would be huge. So I say we go for it.
I mean, isn't the entire idea behind this race that they're showcasing their new car?
Technically, yes. Yeah, this is like a big PR
So,
publicity.
so we
stunt.
are trying to kind of sneak something that is going to be smack dab in the center of everything.
But there might be a reason to,
Oh.
because there is
So-
rewards.
so-
The first place gets one of the cars, as
Oh, damn.
well as 100 energy cubes of TAS. Second
For the
place
team
gets
or
50
for the faction?
for the team.
Who?
Second place gets 50? That'd be plenty.
Second place gets just 50, no car, just 50. Third place gets 25, and last place gets 5.
Okay, I assume, let's see. Oh, wow. I didn't add all those up, but I assume the entry fee for each faction, that is the 5 factions of the Technocracy, there's an entry fee for this. Plus, theoretically, we are driving the car that somebody in the Void Engineers designed.
Well, this would be designed by the Iteration X.
Oh.
So everybody's
all
car is the same car. And it's a debut of their track/car. And, to be honest, it's a complete and utter PR publicity stunt that's being worked with by the Syndicate, and the Syndicate is basically, the way that you can kind of break this down is that the Syndicate is making a bunch of money off of this, doing a bunch of stuff here. The Iteration X is getting a bunch of funding in order to create crazy things, as long as they do this as well. And then they have the Progenitors, because you can boost yourself in these races and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of experimental drugs that are definitely happening.
I was going to ask if we had
Speaking
enough
of
time to make
drugs,
some of those. Yeah.
I have some ideas.
So they do give you, you have 1 week to prepare for this.
Oh, and you have interns, Phaedra.
I do.
Oh, man.
So it's all down to Malachi and, well, would you guys be okay with altering your DNA temporarily?
Temporarily.
Temporarily.
Yes.
For what
Like-
kind of effects?
I mean, your body's immune system would obviously flush it out after or burn it out, if you will, after a certain amount of time. But for example, Malachi and Tycho are going to need quick reaction time and accelerated heart rate to do that as well.
Well,
So-
also,
Yeah.
let's real quick here, too, let's talk, before we get into what you guys want to do to boost yourselves, let's talk about finish up the meeting here, and we're gonna, let's talk real quick about the iteration, or the different teams that are out there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Iteration X has presented a team that's the cyborgs. So they are a racing team that is well known and has been winning 5 years in a row. They are the patrol of Autochthonia, and so they're well known as one of the like patrollers of the ruined lands and stuff like that, and using. They do this for a living, like, is running around Autochthonia, racing each other, and causing havoc on the rebels, or the peoples that are hiding in the ruins that are evil reality deviants. The New World Order has a group that they send that are the Street Race X. They are the ex-street racers who turned FBI/MIB eventually. And so they all like look like they're in suits and stuff like that. But they all have like kind of, they all have like tattoos and shit on them that kind of makes them, piercings and stuff that makes them almost not look traditional MIB. But they have the normal MIB garb on of the suit tie. The Progenitors, Team Boost. These guys are well known for their concoctions that they create for boosting themselves, and basically they're just a bunch of people who are fanatics about cars, but also are people that do a lot of drugs, basically. They're also known for being like the mad scientist type kind of group that they have like crazy hairdos, don't care about complexion or anything like that, and have lab coats on, but still have like a crazy love for racing. And then last but not least, besides your team, of course, is the Syndicates Team, which are the major bets. They're well known for actually not being like the best drivers or anything like that, but they're well known for, well, this is a new team actually this year. So they're the Syndicate usually doesn't send drivers. They send people that are really good at bets and stuff like that, and they set up this whole side bet type thing that they kind of do for the races. It's not like who's gonna win. It's more like what drone gets shot down at 2400 out. Stuff that you'd have to use entropy and stuff like that in order to figure out. So yeah, those are the 4 other teams. The Iteration X team, Cyborgs, won 5 times in a row. The Racing X came in 2nd place 5 years in a row. The Progenitors, this is their 2nd year returning. That they got 3rd place, and Syndicate came in 4th place, and Void Engineers came in last place last year.
What was the team name for the Void Engineers last year? The slow space dudes?
Yeah, something like that.
The space slugs.
Okay, so after General Bridges like explains all the team names, I look around and I'm like, so what's our team name?
Oh, that's a good question. I was submitting you guys as Technogate 42.
All due respect, sir, that's rather boring, isn't it?
Well,
I was going to say that.
I guess they have some pretty wild names, so yeah.
Malachi, did you have some ideas on this?
I was going to say Technogate 42, just because it's very accurate.
All right.
God,
But I'm open.
You military people, man.
Yeah.
As military bros unite, he like goes for like a fist pump.
I obviously oblige.
From the creative people in the room, any ideas?
Phaedra? The Blast-Offs.
No.
I like our name better, Malachi.
We don't really have a very strong contender right now, apparently.
All right, well, I think that's about it. I heard enough silence from that, so
we got to come up with a better name.
No, it's done. It's done. Technogate 42 submitted.
No.
What if we do a silly name like
The
Vampire
flamin' dragons, like drag racing.
No, it's got to be. What is the spirit of the Void Engineers? The exploring.
Well, last year it was
Unknown.
Technogate 12, but they had some
Yeah,
complications.
and how'd they do?
Well,
Yeah.
they got in trouble. Let's just say the
Oh?
Void Engineers have been well known not to care about winning or losing this, and more of experimenting with the car that they're given. So,
Okay.
they were disqualified.
I got nothing.
Okay.
It's
What do you guys?
two to say today.
How do you guys feel about alliteration?
Love it.
Okay. Do you guys like the word rocket? Is rocket cool? Or okay. What's a cool thing that we do?
The dragonflies. I don't know. Also, there's a lot of void engineer pride in here, and I don't appreciate it.
Well, what's the progenitor team boost?
Which I think is also lame.
Hey, boosters are awesome.
Or I don't know, the Mercuries. Like playing off Hermes's Greek name. Or is it
Yeah, no.
Roman?
We've been into Greek mythology recently. Yeah.
come up something off the ship, the story of
Yeah. You could go with the god Mercury, who's Hermes. His whole thing was traveling like super fast, delivering shit.
How does that translate into a team name?
The Mercuries.
I'm good with that.
It's a play on the speed of the god itself, or it could also be talking about space. So your forward engineers can be happy too.
So just to let you know, I've already submitted your name as Technogate.
No.
We're not
Mercuries.
How about just a slight change? The Mercurials.
Explain.
Because we're not.
I was trying to come up with an alliterative word to put after mercurial, so I'm totally on board because I couldn't.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
All right, we have moved past one of the most rough stages, naming your team. All right.
I have definitely spelled that wrong.
It was this hard for all the other teams, right, sir?
Well, that's the reason why they had stupid names. So.
By the way, I have been typing all this out, and I really hope you guys like all the text that shows up in a second here.
Ooh, there'll be text appearing on the screen. That's awesome. So with that, I think that we'll go ahead and dismiss at this point and allow you guys to prep and get ready for the races.
Cool beans. Thank you very much, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, Aloof Puppet, for the follow. And I will give one more experience points to my players for.
Sorry, did you say Aloof Puppet?
Yep.
I love that. Thank you, Aloof Puppet.
I can't guarantee I will give it out for every time that we get a follow, but.
Telling you, regressive logarithmic algorithm. I vaguely know what that means.
Those are words.
Those are words.
Also.
Oh, nice.
There's my tag.
All right, so you guys are dismissed out, and you guys have a week to kind of set up for what you guys kind of want to do to yourselves in order to prep for this race?
So for me, because I bought the 2 dots in Drive and Dex during the game, which you're not supposed to do, I am going to say that my entire week is simulator. To justify that, I am just running this track in the danger room as many hours as I can.
Okay.
Before you guys leave, I want you in my lab so that I can do another scan of your biological makeup, and then I'm going to also be running tests to see how I can alter you in the best way possible. I have your consent, correct?
As long as it doesn't take away time from the simulator, Phaedra.
I meant could you tell me what I can't do?
Don't cut off my limbs and replace them with other limbs.
But you're okay with temporary, like, your
No
eyes
permanent
shape?
modifications.
Yes, they will all be temporary.
Yeah. Out of game, my stamina's already at 4, so don't give me too much boost on that.
How's your perception?
It is 3.
Okay, then I'm just gonna try to max out perception for you then. Malachi, what is your stamina in perception and alertness?
3s for perception and alertness. Nope, never mind. 4 for alertness, and then I have 4 in stamina and dex.
Okay, so I won't focus that much on stamina for either one of you. How about cat eyes? That'd be good. And then, Robert, I'm not sure what I would do with you.
Because I'm perfect.
Sure.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking of the same thing.
Well, you're gonna be doing like wit stuff, aren't you? You're gonna be thinking fast on the fly.
That is
Or
true.
Intelligence, too.
I guess it depends how much I prepare myself.
The main things that you guys will be doing, will be like, if you're on sensors and navigation, that'll be mostly perception-based stuff. If you're on guns or driving, you'll be doing the physical dexterity-based stuff. And the driver will have to endure the race, so every once in a while you'll have to be taking stamina checks at the corners. So the main thing that you're going to be looking to do is enhancing your perception, dexterity, and stamina probably are the 3 main things. Dexterity is mainly for the gunner and driver, stamina for the driver, perception for navigation and scanning.
What are the rules again for interacting with the other teams during the race?
You cannot shoot or interact with. You can Rubbin's racing, so you can kind of rub them maybe a little bit, but really it's meant to be. You're not supposed to influence the other person with any kind of technology.
They put guns on the car, and they don't expect us to shoot the other teams.
Supposed to shoot
I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like, I feel like I should still be working on defenses regardless.
Well,
I mean, you will be getting shot at, but
yeah, by drones.
Oh, yeah.
Let's assume that the other teams are going to try and fuck with us. So let's go with some defenses. Mental.
I'd at least like to get some like mental fortitude, some kind of like mood stabilizer type things, that kind of thing going.
Okay. All right, so Phaedra, let's start with you, since that's the simple one of just giving some people some boosts over the week. So I'm going to give you 7 rolls that you're going to be able to make here. I'm going to do base difficulty of 6 and roll, and we're just going to do like an extended time period type thing here. So I'm just going to have the Arate roll is difficulty of 6. You can do probably medicine plus intelligence in order to bring it down for difficulty. And every success allows you to put 1 towards how long it lasts, or to how much it boosts of a particular stat. So every success boosts it 1, up to the maximum I'm going to allow you to get is 6. Well, I guess you could boost. Trying to think if there. Well, no, you just get paradox for being above 6. So if your stat goes above 6 for that, and then you're just making a pill format of this, correct? Is that right, Amber?
Sorry, had myself on mute. Yes. There will be liquid vials.
Okay.
So through my research, I am going to be basically splicing fruit fly DNA that will help to boost reaction time and cognitive input, basically. So I'm just going to focus on that for all 3 people.
She sells you on temporary cat eyes and then gives you fruit fly DNA.
Well, because
Did you notice that?
Insects have the best reaction time. I mean, it was either fruit flies or lobsters, but I didn't really know how to do that one.
All right, go ahead and roll the intelligence.
over the course of the next like 5 days, as I'm driving the simulator, every once in a while, Phaedra just comes in and without asking, just injects some shit in my neck.
Yes.
I'm just like, oh, Jesus.
I got consent. You said it was okay, so
yeah, I
can't
did.
do that.
I'm dealing with it. Emotionally.
Good.
All right.
We'll go talk to Robert. I don't care about that. All right. So I will do.
So yeah, roll medicine plus intelligence, difficulty of 8. And then every success, that'll lower the difficulty on your Arate roll.
There you are. Difficulty 8.
Uh-oh. Is that a true botch? No. You got
no.
1 success. Okay, so you just failed. So...
Does that mean I just fail at lowering, or...?
You fail at lowering... Well, you... Well, no, you failed altogether. So that means that the difficulty goes up to 7 for the Arate roll.
Okay.
So you can either try again at difficulty 8 for the intelligence roll, or you can just roll straight Arate if you don't want to try and lower the difficulty that way and you want to lower it with quiescence, or you just want to take the difficulty 7 Arate roll.
I'll take the difficulty 7 Arate roll, and I'll blow 1 willpower.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so your second
so that's
roll...
5 successes. Right?
4 successes.
Well, plus the willpower.
Plus the willpower, 5 successes. Yes, so you have 1 pill right now that could One success lasts a scene, 2 successes will last a day. I don't think you probably would need to go any higher than that, so you need 1 or 2 successes probably on your time, and then how high you want to boost the stat with one. So you've got around a +3 on a stat right now for a day.
Okay. All right, that one. So I'll start on the next one.
Stats. Don't forget to boost your own stats too.
I know. I'm always testing on myself. Just I'm working on you guys right now.
And don't forget you have interns.
True. I'll
That is
work on
true.
them
So
later.
you should get a -1 on the difficulty for your Arate roll. So I guess the next one you'll bring your staff in, and, and
Well, could I roll to, because like you said, they can't do roles that are involved with
they can just be an assistant.
hyperscience?
They give you -1 to your difficulty.
Okay. Then
So it'd
this
be
one.
the new pill that you'd be making would be starting at difficulty of 5. Base
Okay.
difficulty is 6.
All right, I'm just gonna do a straight Arate roll then. Two successes. Continue on that same pill then.
Okay. +2 for a day.
Yeah. So that's a total of 4 on the second pill.
Yep. So yeah, you could do +2 for a day with that then. Or +3 for a scene.
I'll do +2 for a day, and that one will be Roberts.
All right, we'll go ahead and so is that dexterity then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is somebody writing these down?
I hope that if she gives it to you, that you write it down.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Robert, yours is
tell me what I just received.
Dex, +2 Dex.
Or no, wait a minute. He's doing perception-based stuff.
Yeah.
So it'd be +2 perception.
Yep. +2 perception for a day. I guess the first pill should go to Tycho.
Give him +3 dex.
Yep.
That's a +3 dex.
Yep.
That's what you needed, right?
For a day.
I need +1 now, or +2. Sorry.
It would put you at 6 if you got. Which will
yeah,
give you 1 point of permanent paradox for you have that.
What do you mean by permanent paradox?
Right.
They say permanent paradox. It still goes away when you drop back below, but as long as you have that stat at 6, you will have 1 point of permanent paradox. That's not. It's like permanent marker. It's not really permanent. Just really hard to get.
So now it's +3 for a scene or +2 for a day.
The other one is plus. She had 5, so it was +3 for a day, or +4 for a scene.
Oh shit! I'll take +3 for a day because then it lasts for all the heats.
Well, and she still only has 2 more rolls left, and so I don't know if she's gonna be able to make all of her drugs yet. So
I'm gonna blow well PowerPoint and roll an Arate for the third pill.
Okay.
Mine's really easy, just a +1 dex.
And that's a.
That's 4.
Yeah, 4. So that's +2 for a day, and then you'd have 1 more roll left.
What I need. That one's gonna be Malakai's pill. What does a navigator need? it's
What's that?
Perception as well, I thought.
Perception. Yeah, pretty much it's scanning and navigator will be perception-based stuff.
okay. Yeah, I'll do the same roll then. And also, I'll save my willpower.
So after like 5 days in the simulator, I go and pass out on the cot in the Technogate 42
Jesus
office.
Christ.
Wait a minute, that you don't have that much.
That can't be
You're
right.
Arte.
No,
No, wait, sorry.
that's Arte. Okay.
Oh, shit.
I was like, what is that?
I was
That's not
doing
right.
Clover, and you just did what?
That's not the right roll. This is the right roll. This is better.
That makes more sense. Although that still is super crazy if you had 6. 6 and something, you get 5 successes out of it. That's pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, that's 8.
No, that's 8 successes.
8 successes.
Whatever that was, I want that to count.
That was intelligence and medicine for some reason.
Hey, actually, that lowers your difficulty on your roll, so it'd be 3. So you'd have total of 3 successes, 4 successes if you spent the willpower.
I did not spend a willpower, so that'd be 3 successes.
All right, so you can make a +1 for a day with that.
Okay, yeah, that works. Cool.
So I think that would go to the Malachi then.
That's for me.
Well,
gave
Malachi only
that
needs the +1. You get the +2 one then.
Okay, yeah, let's swap Malachi.
That sounds good. I'm not muted. Yeah, that sounds good. Then I don't have to make a special macro because they can't have 6 dots in a sphere and use the built-in ones.
Oh yeah.
So
Sweet, and that +2 actually fills up my perception perfectly.
I should make a macro too.
All right. So
just trying to keep it in context, like I was saying before, 5 days in the simulator, and I come back actually to the ship and lay down on the cot that's next to Phaedra's lab, and I'm just like, oh god damn that simulator. So what's the grand total, Phaedra? What do we have?
So, my tests have been successful as I'm like reaching for your arm and like taking an alcohol swab.
Yeah, and go ahead and use those weird numbers that you use for levels of ability, because I don't know, when you just use the numbers when you describe it.
You caveman, use the numbers. So I've basically narrowed it down to the most reactive creature that I could come across. The fruit fly is a very marvelous creature. Are you fine with having several eyes for a little bit? I promise you won't grow wings. I haven't made it that far into the research yet.
Wings, eyes, doesn't matter.
We have a strange craving for sucrose.
As long as I turn back at the end.
It'll only last a day.
My dick's not going to fall off, is it?
Silence is very comforting. She's like, I've only tested this on a female subject, so.
I mean, I've been shooting you with this stuff all week. How's your dick now?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Perfect. And I shoot you with a new serum.
Oh! The race isn't for 2 days, Phaedra.
I still have to make sure it's accurate.
Okay, just as long as you have some left for the day of the race. Jeez.
Yeah, we're fine. I'm flashlighting you in the eyes to check your pupil dilation.
I'm slowly moving an apple back and forth to see if his eyes are tracking it. Like
Why are you
from out
moving
of the corner of his vision.
Why are you throwing that orange back and forth?
Why are you noticing it?
I think I can see new colors. Is that normal?
Well, yes. It is your receptors picking up more proteins and eye length and all that wonderful goodness. Your eyes are starting to look like a fruit fly's, which is marvelous. I wonder if you'll also grow the hairs.
Like I said, as long as I turn back and my dick don't fall off, we're good.
You're fine. Also, you should probably wear sunglasses for the rest of the day just in case. Here's some eye dropper.
I was already wearing sunglasses. Look at my picture. That's what I look like all the time. Anyway. All right. That's me. How did I fall asleep? Oh wait, Malachi, Robert, what have you been doing all week?
I guess the amount of effort out of game, the amount of effort that could go into this would depend how much it's actually going to be needed. Because I might not need this at all, but I am dead set on making us some type of like neural neutralizer to keep others from screwing with us.
You never know.
That's the segue for the flashback for your week.
All right, so you want to make neural, so same kind of thing as Phaedra, difficulty of 6 for your base. Well, actually, for just neural inhibitors, it's a little bit less to like, or like prevent people from.
Yeah, just to give like a extra something on defense against others.
Yeah.
Trying to mentally mess with us.
So I'll put the difficulty at difficulty of 4 then for you. Is the base Arete difficulty? You can lower that to 3 if you want to through skills as well. Which for this I would say probably empathy plus intelligence.
My empathy's so bad. Oh my god.
You gotta fix your empathy, dude.
I should work on that. How much is a new dot in talent?
2 times what you're buying.
I'm gonna fix that. So that'd be down to 8. So I was able to get one more dot to level 2. Cause what the hell? But anyway, no, I'm just gonna roll Arete. You said that was difficulty 4?
Difficulty of 4, yes.
And I need to do this 4 times, 1 for each of us.
You get up to 6 rolls, and then you can spend the same kind of thing of how long it'll last and how much defense it gives you. So each dice will add like a dice of defense,
Okay.
and then how long it lasts when turned on. Whether it's a scene for 1 success or 2 successes for a day, or you can go longer than that if you want.
All right. First one, 3 successes.
All right. So first one that you make is you can do 1 scene for an entire, or probably you want to do a day because if you're wanting to
cover all the heats.
Yep. So that would be a day with 1 extra dice. You have 5 more rolls left.
All right. Here comes Tycho's. 3 successes. Same thing there, and here comes. So the first one was Phaedra's.
Say one day with 1 extra.
Here comes Malachi's. 4 successes.
Ooh, 2.
What's the bonus to?
Basically mind attacks. So if you have somebody trying to overcome your mind, which is a lot of that's going to be willpower plus. Basically you'll be more enhanced against any kind of mind attacks with either pluses to difficulty based on how many successes he put towards it, or how many extra dice if there's a defensive roll.
For willpower, would it be lower difficulty for resisting?
It would be so it's
dice.
going to affect somebody that's attacking your mind.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, because we can't affect other.
Well, it's a defense
sorry.
against
It's
that.
a defense
Yeah.
against somebody
Yeah.
attacking your mind,
Yeah.
and so any
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
attacks, it'll either lower the difficulty or increase the difficulty for them doing it, depending on how what power that they're using. Whether it's mage, vampire, whatever. But you have some kind of general defense.
At
I rolled
first, I was thinking to
two
myself,
All right, so you're gonna
Like-
need to roll again in order to really get that one going. So you have 2 more rolls left.
There we go.
All right, so that one can have a +3 for a day.
Whew. Keeping myself extra protected.
at first, I was thinking to myself, like, oh, why are we defending against mind attacks? Because we're not supposed to mess with other teams. And then I'm remembering that I told him to do that. I've been in this simulator.
Also, Tycho, you will get a extra dice for rolling on any of your drive rolls regarding this course specifically. Then.
Nice. +1 to drive.
All right, and
But
then
only
Robert,
for
you
this
have one
course.
more roll if you want to, or if you want to just hold back and not get that botch that's coming.
I have no need to make any more. I think we're fully equipped.
All right, and Malachi.
So I don't have a lot of ways to prep specifically, but I do have like a heads-up display. And
My suggestion actually is doing the
Jump in the
course with
simulator.
Tycho.
Jump in the simulator, buddy.
Would our simulator have the full course, or just like an approximation of the route?
Based on
Like,
the
do
stuff
they give
that
out details on everything?
No, it wouldn't be a perfect simulation. It would just be
Okay.
based off of the information that was given to you guys in in the general concept of what it is. But you don't have the file on the course itself and exactly what it's going to be. Just the base descriptions.
so I would like to start by making a device to record magic being either cast around us or, basically something that's viewing with Prime.
Oh,
And just to record it and log it in case, there's some tomfoolery, we have some proof.
so there's a couple ways that you could do this then. You could try and make this a permanent item if you want, or you can do it something that, needs to be recharged after you turn it on for a scene. Or you can do it something that, lasts a day or a year, something like that.
Yeah. We're gonna say I'm gonna get it so it lasts a day.
A day?
8-hour battery life, that type of thing.
Yeah, so I'll give you 2 successes need to be spent on that. And then I'm going to say that I want you to get 3 more successes on top of that in order
Okay.
to get like a full spectrum ability to kind of, get a good, decent scan off on using Prime would be the base.
Okay.
You can go higher than that if you want to like be able to get, some pretty crazy scans. But you once as well get 6 rolls then.
All right. What is there? Just rolling a ret. What's the difficulty?
Yeah, if difficulty, I think for this I will go with as well as this would be a difficulty of 4. Tycho, what the heck is that?
I'm testing the macro.
That's a lot of
And,
tens.
Yeah, and obviously it is.
A
You're
test.
supposed to have the greater than symbol putting the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Okay. So 1 success on the first roll.
Okay. You can
Looking-
also,
looking for-
I would allow for you to use technology plus perception difficulty of 8 in order to lower the difficulty.
All right, we'll do that for the second.
We only need to, it's still difficulty 5, so it's not, or sorry, difficulty 4.
Yeah, it's not really worth risking the botch and losing the effort. Just because it can only take it down to a 3.
Yeah, unless you had like a very specific hyper tech skill for this.
Which not yet.
And that's even just bringing it to difficulty 6, so for the...
All right. That is 4 successes, so that takes me to the 5 that I needed to create it. Once I created it, then I will go and run the course for the last, 3 days, 4 days? I'll run the course with Tycho.
Okay.
Getting a feel of how to lean in the corners and swing the gun around, that kind of thing.
I'll say that in the final race, you will have a +1 on all of your gunnery skills, but you'll have to go through Heat 1 and Heat 2 before you get your pluses. Or your +1 to your gunnery skill for the course.
All right, so after the experience of actually running it twice, then the third one that'll kick in.
Yep, then it'll be like, oh, okay, I really got this. And, it's the time that you want it the most. Heats are just going to put you in, what position you start in.
Yep, that sounds good. And then I'll just have that running. It can either be like just set in the car behind us, or it can be a piece of wearable tech that's on me. But I'll just have that prime sniffer, just kind of going for all the races.
Nice. All right, so that kind of wraps up our week of downtime that you guys kind of have before you go to the race. You guys are going to be jumping onto the Orfeo here in order to get to Autochthonia. So you guys are kind of chill. Oh, that's right. You guys have been chilling out too on like the bridge and stuff like that. And, so you've got the Stargate that you guys plow through with your starship and end up in the warp space for a short amount of time before popping out.
What's the captain's name again?
Rebecca?
Is that her version of Make It So or Engage? It's plow through.
Plow through. Get us the hell out of here. That's and so you guys see the city planet below you. As you guys kind of fly down into the mechanoid city. And I am going to put us there at a pause here. So we're going to go on break here for, say, 10 minutes. So we'll be back at 8:50. And then I will cut this down to only a few seconds on the YouTubes when I edit this. Alright, so we will be back in about 10 minutes or so. we are back, and where we had last left our heroes, they had just arrived at Autochthonia, and they have landed in the metropolis super city that is this planet, and you guys are escorted to the hangar bay for your, or the maintenance bay for your car. And you are greeted by the head mechanic who helps with maintaining all of these cars and getting them prepped and ready for the races. Jimbo. What was his last name? Jimbo Robinson, chief mechanic. He's got like these like dirty overalls on, and he's balding hair. He looks like to be in about his like 45, 46 years old, maybe 56 years old. It's kind of hard to tell. Doesn't really have very much wrinkling face, but he's barely got any hair on him, and he's skin and bones, and he's basically walking around with a electronic hammer, wrench like type thing, hydro spanner type thing. He's got a bunch of grease and shit all over him. He goes, "Hey, howdy, racers, how's it going?"
Howdy there, Jimbo.
Well, looks like we got some newcomers to the races this year. You guys gonna cheat like the old Void engineers? I'm not looking forward to you guys messing with my car this year.
I can say with 100% truthfulness that we have no intention to mess with your vehicle, Jimbo.
Well, that's good. That's good, because last year they really fubbed some things up on that thing. Unbelievable.
Theoretically, if you were to alter anything on it in the next few minutes, what would it be?
I wouldn't alter a thing on it. That thing is pristine and ready to go.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, come this way. Let me show you the car here. And he kind of points out some of the things on it. And he's having you guys kind of go up close to it. He's pointing out the top speed of 400 miles per hour. Thing's got full dual armor, duranium plating, dual laser can turrets that will pop up with laser targeting sensors, top maneuverability, and flight mode. Slaps the thing on its hood. This thing ready to go. So we'll be doing the ceremonies. I'll go around and introduce you to the different teams here before we head on out, if you'd like.
Please do.
All right, come on this way. He has you follow him over, heads over to the other team locker areas, where actually there's a team kind of meetup area where everybody's kind of coming out of the different locker room, or the mechanic areas. All right, so everybody kind of gets on up, and you see there's the Iteration X team, the cyborgs, who all have they're very cyborgy, of course. You've got the mechanical arms and stuff like that. The laser, one of their eyes is a robot's eye, glowing red, and you've got Major Bowman, who is going to be doing the driving for Iteration X cyborgs. You've got the Lindsay, who's going to be on scanning, you, who is going to be on navigation, and Lewis is going to be gunning for him. Now these guys are a bunch of assholes, if you ask me, but they win every fucking year. It's unbelievable. Suppose though, they are one of the best in all of Autochthonia, and they race all the time here, so they've got an edge.
What was the team leader's name again?
Bowman. Major Bowman. And then over there, and he kind of points over to the Order, New World Order Racing X team, who's kind of like hanging out, talking, at one of the tables. Like there's like a table for each one of you guys to kind of sit down at, and you're getting escorted by by Jimbo to your table. The New World Order team is, all dressed out in suits, but you can see that they've got piercings and tattoos. You've got Elvin, who will be driving, Lydia, who is on scanning, Jay, who is on navigation, and Peter, who is doing gunning. Over on the Progenitors team, you've got people that look like they're just in street clothing. They definitely look like a bunch of street racers, and you see them kind of like messing around with, smoking some weed and drinking and getting ready for the race.
Any
You
body
have,
modifications?
what's that?
Said any body modifications?
Minor body modifications that you can kind of identify from being a progenitor yourself. They're definitely, enhanced their muscles and enhanced their eyes.
Do they have cat eyes?
One of them has cat eyes.
God damn it.
The scanner does. Zane.
Well,
So Dixie is he's. You see that this guy does look more. This is the only one that doesn't have like any street clothing on or anything. He's more in a lab suit, and he's got the mad scientist hair type kind of stuff. He looks to be older, but not too much. Well, actually, yeah, he does look kind of old. I would say probably about 50, 60. Maybe in his 70s, looking good for his 70s.
And his name is Dixie?
Dixon.
Dixon.
Then you got Zane on scanning, Anderson on navigation, and Tanya on gunning.
Who's the nav?
Anderson.
I'm writing all this down like it matters.
I mean, you do get to interact with these people and stuff like that. So there's a reason why I'm introducing. These are all the characters that you can kind of interact in my virtual world that I've created for you in this little racing thing. All right, so the last but not least is the Syndicate, who look like a bunch of slicked up lawyer, well, not really lawyer, just super rich kid kind of racer type kind of people. And you see them, they're all playing a game of some kind of game that you don't even understand, but it's all played with money, and it's like they seem to be treating money like it's cards, and it's some kind of crazy Monopoly, not Monopoly poker game that they're playing with money as cards. It's really weird. You have Aubrey, who is the driver, Jenna, who is the scanner, Placid, who is the navigator, and Gerald, who is the gunner.
Just in case it matters, can you tell us the iteration X again? I didn't get that down.
Yep, iteration X is Major Brown is the driver. He's the cyborg marine, and he's pretty much got a marine crew of Lindsay on scanning, you on navigation, and Lewis on gunner.
And that's Major Brown at the top of that one?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so you guys kind of go sit down at your table, and there's like the opening ceremonies. People are all introduced. Your team is introduced, and like spotlight kind of goes down on you. There's a bunch of people, a bunch of cameras and stuff that are getting kind of set up for media and stuff like that. That's like broadcasting this all across Autochthonia, and there's bigwigs in the stands and stuff like that, and in their special rooms dealing the craziest deals in the world to try and advance the timeline the way that they want, and wheeling and dealing and stuff. But you guys are kind of in the racers area, where there's just mechanics and racers basically that are allowed in this area. So the opening ceremonies kind of end after they kind of debut the car. They have like all the stats on it and everything, talking about it. And at the end of it, that kind of breaks up, and you guys are open to basically have breakfast and get ready for the first heat.
Let me move that off of the thing there. Actually, wait, I can put it on the picture. You still see it?
Yeah, it works. NWO is a little bit hidden, but that makes sense.
Let me try it over here.
That's better.
All right, so is there anything that you guys want to do before doing the first heat?
Iteration X is won every year for the past 5 years, and it's the same team.
Yep.
I want to go talk to Major Brown.
All right, so you go over, walk up to Major Brown. Is anybody accompanying him?
Why would I know if anybody's accompanying Major Brown?
I'm wondering if anybody's accompanying you.
Oh, I'd love a chance to. Yeah, I'm in.
Hey, you guys want to come with me?
No.
Robert says yes.
All right, so it's Robert and Tycho that get up, and there's everybody's kind of going up over to the brunch area and kind of going back and sitting down at their area. But you two elect to go over and harass somebody while they're trying to eat. Way to go! No, I'm joking. This is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So Major Brown is sitting down with Lindsay and you and Lewis. They're all kind of eating, and they're they've got some donuts and eggs and stuff like that they're eating. Hey, what's up? Says Major Brown.
And I, wearing my driving gloves, because that's a thing probably, I thrust out my hand and say, "Hi, you must be Major Brown. I'm Tycho Vance. I'm the driver for the Void Engineers."
He extends a hand and grasps it, and make a stamina roll, difficulty of 4.
Did you already take your pills?
Yeah, did I already take my pills?
It's up to you.
I'm going to say no. Let's see. Art. So I'm still at, I'm at 4. That's pretty effing good. I'm assuming difficulty 6.
Difficulty 4. So.
Oh, well, then 4 successes.
Yeah, so yeah, he gives you a nice tight squeeze, and you give him a nice tight squeeze back.
Are his hands bare?
Yes, his right hand would be a human bare hand. No, actually, it would be the gloves. Sorry, driving gloves like you have. Sorry.
Damn it.
I'm quickly scrambling to put my gloves on because I totally misunderstood the significance of this. Yeah, before I shake his hand, thinking it makes me look a lot cooler. And then I introduce myself as well.
Yeah,
Extend my hand.
This is my scanner, Robert.
You guys are the
And-
new Void Engineer team. What was your guys' name again?
The
team name?
Mercurials.
The Mercurials. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, welcome to the races. Aren't you the guys that what was I can't remember out of game what the character's name is, but he says the character's name that raced what's his name back in the day, not too long ago actually.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was right here on Autochthonia. Too bad we
Yeah.
can't. Too bad we can't race like we did back then. There's a lot of rules here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, they always gussy this thing up for the corporate types.
Oh well, isn't it Iteration X that puts it on, not the Syndicate?
Yeah, well, Iteration X gets its funding from the Syndicate, so.
Driven in a race before?
Hey, Robert,
Huh?
we were briefed on this. These guys have won this for the last 5 years.
Oh, these are those guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Major Brown. I've
No,
been
no,
briefing
no.
my team all week. We've been preparing, you know.
Oh, you're newcomers. It's understandable.
Yeah.
You don't know the ins and outs of Autochthonia like we do.
Yeah, are you guys based here?
Oh yeah, yeah. We patrol the outlands and the ruins.
Oh, wow.
So a little bit of home field advantage then.
Oh yeah. Well, and those cars come in real handy when we're on patrol. So, gotta win it every year.
You've already had the opportunity to drive these. I bet you've already actually run the course.
Oh yeah, yeah. We get opportunities to do a little bit of testing on these to get them in their their alpha state that before they go into their prototype full on stage.
Yeah. But I mean, you've already probably driven this actual course. Is that right?
This particular course, no.
Oh, really?
No, we are not allowed to get it. I mean, the exact replica, but we basically get the same kind of notification of what the course is going to be like as you guys get.
Yeah, I've been in the simulator all week. Running regressive algorithms on randomized changes to the course. I got to tell you, I'm prepared for this.
I just keep watching and I slide my neural inhibitor thing on.
Okay. Well, yeah, looks looking forward to racing against you guys, but don't feel bad if you lose to us. Like I said, we are the 5-time reigning champs. So all the best of luck though to you.
5 times, is that right?
Absolutely.
You gonna do some magic on this guy?
No, God, no. This guy terrifies me.
The cyborg marine driver.
Only reason I came over here is because you're here.
So y'all come back to the table.
Yeah, it was good meeting you, and he goes back to eating.
Yeah, okay. I go back to the table and I take off my glove and I throw it at Phaedra and I'm like, I tried. See if we can get some DNA off of that.
Oh, that's so sweet. I thought you were just over there kissing ass.
That guy was very rude.
Fuck Iteration X.
Yeah, that guy was not a nice guy.
Besides, there's probably no DNA, seeing as half of them's a fucking cyborg anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh,
Why would you amp yourself with machinery when there's perfect biology right here?
I want to say there's like a derogatory term for people who have modified themselves mechanically.
They're metalheads.
Called cyborgs. Not derogatory. Correct.
Yeah, but what's this? What's the derogatory?
Yeah, what's
Metalhead.
the
What?
They're
Metalhead?
bulkheads.
Oh,
Jarhead. That's just well,
No, then you just piss off Marines.
yeah. Well, that's what he is, ex-Marine. So.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
trying to think. Maybe like a Frankenstein, like a bolt, something.
Also, or in any case, as you guys are kind of chilling back down at your table eating, Dixon of the Team Boost comes over to you.
Quick, which one's Dixon?
Dixon's the
Progenitors.
I know you wrote them all down.
He's a progenitor captain.
Mad scientist.
Oh yeah.
He comes over. He's like, "Hey, I see that you are new to the races."
Ah, you must be Mr. Dixon.
I am.
Yeah, I'm Tycho Vance.
Nice to meet you, Tycho. And you must be the lovely Phaedra of the Progenitors.
Good
Evening, sir. Is it
Oh,
noon?
What are
What
you
time is
hanging
it?
out with this type for?
I was waiting for this.
Science is all
actually
about
are
diversity and variety.
Well, I look forward to racing with you all. Might I, by chance, interest you in some cocktails I have come up with? And he kind of pulls out 4 vials of red, looking like soda pop looking kind of vials. And they're about 2 inches, just small little cylinders. He kind of
Can I
puts
try to read? Can I try to read him and just
Can I
like
just-
see
can
what
I
his
use,
intentions are?
Life magic to decipher what the genetic makeup of the vials.
Alright, so first I'll start with Robert. So you wanted to do a scan on his intentions,
Yeah.
mind. So first thing I'll have you do is perception plus empathy, difficulty of 8. Every success will lower the difficulty on your Arte roll for your mind check.
Perception plus empathy. Damn it.
You know that this is what you need in order to.
I know. I don't
people
know
are-
what happened to that stat. I don't understand. All right. I'm gonna spend 1 willpower. 2 successes? Yeah, 2 successes.
Holy crap!
Don't
Nice.
use too much willpower now.
All right, and then you will be at difficulty of 3.
For a Arte roll?
Yep.
Oh God! What? God damn it!
What's
You
wrong
shitting
with
me?
No.
Oh no, you didn't say you used willpower. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, I can use a willpower, can't I?
You can use
I
your
mean,
destiny point.
yes you can. All right, so you don't
I don't
take
want to use a
paradox.
willpower already.
You could take 1 point of paradox.
No,
or-
no, I'll use it.
What are you at for paradox?
4.
Oh wait, have we had enough? We had a lot of downtime.
Not downtime that you would have been using no magic.
There was a big gap between Thanksgiving and
There was, but we're
last week.
you
Could we
people.
say
No, you're keeping your paradox.
All right, I'm gonna just stop trying to interact with people in this brunch room. I just start eating my eggs quietly.
But you did get an empathy roll that I'll give you a base. You got 2 successes on an empathy roll. You don't get anything magical out of kind of reading his intent and aura, mind type kind of stuff. But you do kind of get that he definitely is a drug pusher. Like he's trying to get you guys to buy drugs from him right now, and that's his major intent right now is to.
Which isn't surprising.
He says, these vials here will greatly enhance your perception, dexterity, and strength and stamina, all in one foul swoop. I'll give it to you for 8 tasks.
It's funny because he already brought something up. We have our own progenitor.
But
Which I'm
these
kinda
can
offended,
push
but
you
I'm not
beyond the
gonna say
limits.
We don't need your drugs. We got our own.
Well,
This
now,
is a very special concoction, though, that I have come up with that will push you beyond the limits without incurring paradox.
Mr. Dixon. Can I also do my scan real quick? To
Yes.
see
Oh,
what's in the
yes.
vials?
Yep. So go ahead, do medicine plus perception.
Intelligence? Can I do intelligence?
Intelligence, yeah.
I mean,
Difficulty?
8.
I understand her kind of crazy. I know what she'll like do. I don't know what his kind of crazy is.
5 successes.
All right. Difficulty 3 on your Arte roll.
Two successes.
All right. So he's definitely got a interesting blend that he has here. It will boost all of those stats by 4 and will not incur any paradox. And you are very familiar, actually, with some of the components that he seems to be using as to why it
shit.
might be
Oh, man.
not
This
incurring
vampire?
paradox. It is vampire. It
Wait,
is
did he
laced
get
with
rid of the death resonance?
He did not get rid of the death resonance. It has a little bit of death resonance on it, and it also has a bonding element still involved with it.
Motherfucker.
Oh shit! Wait.
I want it though.
How about a Oh shit! I don't know how to do this in game properly. Can I
I
say
haven't
that I've
told you
scanned it?
yet.
Can I scan it too? Just
Yeah, go ahead.
a ret 3 just scan. Let me do that. Magic, DB mod, difficulty. I got 2.
I don't see no.
So I look at my my wrist computer readout, and I'm like, oh, I recognize that. Hey, Phaedra, can I
Yes.
talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Excuse us, Dr. Dixon. And I take you aside and I'm like, hey, I think we should buy one of these, but
I'm
let's
going to
not use it.
buy all 4. Yes.
No.
I want it for research.
No. You only need 1 for research. So I'm not
No.
going to let anybody take this during the race.
Exactly,
No.
but I want all vials.
No. Here's the thing. We're not supposed to fuck with other teams. Right?
Uh-huh.
But this guy, he's going to give this shit to his people, right?
There's no it's not necessarily true. He could have just been giving it to us. Besides, we're not 100% sure if he altered the bonding to reflect himself. It could just be that he forgot to get the bonding off, and it's still linked to the vampire that it came from.
Can you, if you had 1 of these vials, could you take over the bonding temporarily using a bit of extra magic from Robert?
I want all 4 vials, Tycho.
So that's expensive.
Yeah,
Just to let you know, I'm pretty sure you guys haven't been doing anything with tracking how much task, but you guys have the ability to make some tasks with the way that you guys have like your portable node and stuff.
Yeah, we have a spaceship.
At this point, I'm going to give you, well, you have 10 tasks. You can kind of decide on how you want that to be, what format it's in. But you can have 10 points of tasks that you guys have access to at this point in time. And then the way that it goes is, I believe, I'll have to double check, but I believe you get half as many points of tasks per week as your number of points that you have in a node. And I do know that one of the nodes that you create, or that you have, the crystal you got from the dragon, that sweats, so it's water that ends up being the task from that.
Tycho, listen to me.
Okay.
I don't have an infinite supply of what we have at home. Having several new samples of possibly a different variant, because
This also seems
different.
to be more potent than it's diluted, but weirdly more potent.
I want all 4. I need them.
Okay. I was thinking in terms of advantage in the race.
Yeah.
But
I
you know
mean,
what?
sure, race is, I guess,
Yeah.
important, but I want them.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do it. Professor Dixon.
Oh yes.
You know, we've talked it over. You know, we would love to make this transaction actually. You know, a little intra technocracy commerce here. It's
Can I interject?
well, yeah, absolutely. Progenitor to progenitor, you guys discuss the transaction.
So, Mr. Dixon, I do appreciate these vials. I can tell the potency look like very good mixtures, but it does appear to be a little diluted. Can we lower that price down to maybe 6 tasks?
You got yourself a deal.
Appreciate it.
All of that's also ignoring the fact that we don't know what this might bond us to.
Also, I'm not taking that. You understand that, Phaedra?
Oh yeah, no. These are mine.
No, but we're arguing from the perspective of us taking them. Like, that's a big risk.
Yes. I don't care. We're not taking them. These are my samples.
We just
Do
might be
not
able to
touch
talk
them.
It's like I'm not playing around here. I'm not trying to fake anybody out. I don't give a fuck about this race. Give me the vampire blood.
As far as I'm concerned, this race is fucking over. Let's go back to the lab.
No, at this point, I just gave Phaedra the ability to like spend a bunch of tasks, and she did so out of our view, and I want nothing to do with it. We don't know that this happened.
So,
well, I mean, I know that it happened, but I was not involved.
So after that, Dixon ends up, leaving, and he's happy with the transaction here, and a little while after that, the chief mechanic Jimbo comes up to you guys and says, "Hey, I saw that you were just talking with that crazy mad scientist man, Dixon."
Yeah, what about it?
I wouldn't trust him if I were you. I wouldn't take anything that he gives you.
Look here, man. You're talking to Tycho Vance. I grew up in this world. I know not to trust people when they look like that.
He looks you in the eyes, and there's like a level. Actually, roll empathy plus perception.
God damn it! I don't have empathy either.
Everybody else can make the same, because he's talking to the whole group here. So empathy for everybody plus perception.
I wanted to build the point. Like, I have the points. I could have bought the dots for empathy at the beginning.
Tycho got it.
I got 5 successes on just perception.
I
have 3 in perception.
Give me a second.
Also, I look over at Malachi to make sure he's still here. Hey, Malachi, still here?
Yeah, I'm watching. I got my own ideas about those vials, but they seem to be spoken for. So
yeah,
cool.
I was gonna try and talk to you later about some.
What was the difficulty?
Difficulty of 6.
Glad I'm getting all these shit rolls done with now.
Yeah, same.
All right. So all of you kind of get this. He has like a look of experience, understanding, and dread. Like that. He's saying this not with like a casual like, hey, I don't like that guy, but there's something deeper that he's trying to portray here.
Man, it sure would have been nice to get a deeper read on that guy.
You mean Jimbo? Or
no,
Dixon?
the other Dixon.
Um,
Instead of spazzing out like I apparently did.
no, I mean his actions speak for himself. He gave us vampire blood that still had
hey.
a Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that in game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
Phaedra,
about to
like,
have
Jimbo's standing right here.
No,
Yeah, that Dixon fellow, he's kind of shifty.
I
He's not
don't
vampire.
Yeah,
appreciate
I
you
would just stay.
calling him Shady. Is it just because he's a progenitor?
No, it is not because he's a progenitor. It's because that shit kills people and he just storms off.
Damn.
Shit.
Okay, now that he's gone, yeah. His
Wait.
actions speak for himself. He gave us fucking vampire blood that still had death resonance and a bonding in it. Fucking surprised. Also, he's a progenitor, so of course he's shady as hell.
Wait,
I'm
can I
shady
get
as hell.
can I get an intelligence grew up inside the technocracy roll on Dixon?
Sure. Difficulty of 9.
Watch me roll like 3 10s. Nope. 0 successes.
0 fail.
Never heard of him.
Just a standard failure. But yeah, that's too deep of knowledge. But what I will give you on that, because I was gonna just see if you botched and then be like, yeah, I got a story for you. So you could probably look him up in a database, but you don't know anything about him. There's nothing special about that stands out. Like, you've heard about this race and stuff, but you've never heard about the head mechanic or anything.
Yeah. That's cool, though, that Jimbo warned us. Wait, were you thinking I was asking about Jimbo or Dixon?
I thought you were asking about Jimbo.
No, I was asking about Dixon. But honestly,
Dixon is going to be the same kind of
yeah.
thing where you don't really know, but you can look it up in a database maybe.
Okay. Anyway, unless Phaedra and Robert have anything else, I was gonna ask Malachi to check out the other gunners.
I want this race to be over quickly so I can play with my samples.
I'm keeping my head down at this point. I'm just kind of observing the room, I suppose.
So while you guys are kind of just sitting back and observing, the syndicate, one of the syndicate members comes up to you, Jenna. She's in her nice, slicked out suit, and she comes up to you guys and she's like, "Hey, you're the newbie team, aren't you? What was it again? The
Mercurials.
Mercurials. That's right. Well, welcome to the races. I'm interested to see what the Void Engineers do this year. Always a spectacle with you guys.
Run the race a few times then, Jenna? I mean, scanner to scanner. I'm just curious what your experience was like.
I mean, we have never been here before, so this is our first time. I mean, Syndicate usually likes to send some of us that are willing to make some wheeling and dealing rather than trying to do some racing here. So usually don't send the same team at a time. And speaking of which, any of you guys betting folks?
What kind of bets do you like to make? Jenna?
Well, meet up with us afterwards. There's a syndicate betting pool area that only drivers and syndicate members are allowed in. You'll see probably some of the other members there as well, but let's just say that the bets range from who's going to, if anybody's going to die, to when exactly they would die if they do die, if, who's going to make what turn at what second, um, you know, uh, quite a variety of odds for you to be able to bet on. And don't worry, the likelihood of any of us dying is actually predicted at being 1 to 20,000. So, good thing to bet on, though, if you're looking to kill one of your friends.
I like her.
You said it's just drivers and syndicate members? Any exceptions? Or is
why?
that,
Who are you looking to get in?
my friend Phaedra here. She seems to like that kind of action.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody participating in the
Oh.
tournament? The teams.
Oh,
I
okay.
apologize. Should have been more
And
specific.
when you said afterwards, is that before the race? I assume.
After this little brunchin that we have just before they let us get all set up for the first heat.
Just before the first heat. Okay. And where is that again?
She gives you like the section 35, corridor A.
Oh, down in X Town.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I hope to see you guys there. She kind of smiles and heads off.
Shake hand. Oh well, I'll see her later.
You're like, I want your DNA.
Always. I'm kind of mad I didn't get to shake Dixon's hand. He seems unique.
You did just buy 4 vials of vampire potion from him. I'm
You
sure
would
you
shook on it, yeah.
Of course, any trace DNA that's on that shit is probably something he planted there as a fucking.
He's a progenitor. He probably wears like a glove that has other people's fingerprints on it.
Anyway. Hey, Malachi.
What's up?
You want to go talk to some gunners?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go talk to the one from the New World Order because they use guns. Or is there somebody from a team that you want to talk to?
No, I was thinking talking to them too. So
Okay, well, I'll go with, but I'm not gonna talk because I don't know how to use guns.
All right, so New World Order is the group that has won second place for 5 years in a row, Racing X, and Peter is their gunner. He's like a jacked up, actually he's more almost very similar to the Kingpin, like maybe 7 feet tall and has like a gut that's almost 7 feet.
How
looks down upon all of you.
is he wearing a suit? Like
yes.
Does he have any weapons on him, like in holsters, or is he just?
I would say, yeah, they have weapons.
Like
your standard issue 9mm. Also, Foil Cube, thank you for the follow.
All right. Well, have you run this race before?
Oh, yes, yeah. You guys are the new team, right? Name's Peter, and he extends his giant paw of a hand towards you.
All right, I Malachi, and I shake it.
He has a
Have
gentle touch, actually.
have you been on the team for the last? I've heard that those Iteration X boys are kind of on a bit of a streak.
Yeah, they win every year. It's because they've. If you ask me, I think that they're probably. I don't know. I mean, like, they live here, man. They're Iteration X. This is set up by Iteration X. I mean, of course they're gonna give their new toy to their. And they've only been doing this for 8 years, and let's just say that 7 out of 8 wins is a little bit much. Might be 5 in a row, but they've also got.
Oh yeah.
2 more are already underneath that, so I don't know. But whatever, we try our best, and we practice every year trying to get better for this race. Looking forward to seeing what Void Engineers do this year. You guys planning anything crazy? Last guys they opened a portal. Well,
we like to keep everybody in suspense.
Cool.
I just wish they had more options for the turret on the back there.
Yeah, they don't really give us much to really go with. They're just looking for our skill, not really for what we can create, man. Back home, you gotta see Betsy. Oh, she's my baby. They won't let me come with her here. Well, at least that's what Evelyn said. She wouldn't let me bring her.
Yeah, that is definitely a bummer.
Who's Betsy?
Betsy?
I
He pulls
couldn't
out
help
his
it over here.
wallet and he shows you, and it's like a minigun that has like a flamethrower on it with a torch, and there's a little,
Yeah.
and he's like, check this out, and he like detaches off, and it's got like a little like nanofiber sword that he's. That's a bayonet on it too.
I'm not sure who Evelyn is, but I understood that Betsy was the gun.
I also understood that. I just wanted to see the picture. Now that is a fine firearm, sir.
Well,
I sure. You know what? Somebody should start one of these races where everything goes with the guns and the messing with other teams and all that stuff. But hey, we got to follow the rules, right?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah.
Do I believe him?
Sure, yeah. He doesn't seem like he's very innocent. He just likes to shoot things and stop people from hurting other people.
So you all follow the rules then?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the Void Engineers that I think are the ones that are always on the lookout. Although you guys aren't ever obfuscating what you do. You're just always a spectacle. So looking forward to seeing what you do this year.
We're gonna play it straight this year, I think.
Well, that's good. I'm looking forward to racing with you then.
Probably bets on whether or not we'll be disqualified.
Oh yes, there are bets on whether or not you're disqualified or not.
We're gonna bet against that?
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna get disqualified, right?
Right.
Can you bet on your own team?
Oh, of course you can.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds crooked as
Syndicate.
hell.
And there's always bets on. And if you bet, that's known. It's brought into the betting pool then on stuff. So.
Oh, god damn it! Wait, can we get somebody else to bet on our behalf? Hey,
I mean, but that's
Captain,
a way of doing that. Yes, that's.
Captain
Syndicate
Rebecca.
magic, though, will possibly trace that that owed debt to knowing where it came from and alter the odds based on that. So be careful, or use cool technology to hide your transactions. Perhaps buy some crypto coin.
Damn. Yeah, whatever. Let's just try to win the race.
Yay, we get disqualified for illegal betting.
Wait. if we could get somebody to like somebody to very conspicuously bet that we are going to wait, I'm a little drunk, so I'm trying to figure this out. So the easy thing for us to do is to cheat in order for somebody to win the bet that we would cheat. But beforehand, we need to manipulate the betting market to think that we're not going to cheat. You know what? Never
Tycho, do
mind.
you want to win the race or not?
Tycho wants to make tasks.
I'm not
Is
sure
he mad
anymore.
because I spent all our money?
You do only have 2 tasks left.
Let's just throw 2 tasks on. We're not going to cheat, and we'll double our money, and we'll just not cheat. How about that?
I was liking to keep my options open.
Well, if we do
the
cheat,
2 tasks that we winning, and then even if we lose, like we only lost 2 tasks.
Or we just put 2 tasks on somebody's gonna die because, yeah.
The odds of that are way too high because there's 4 people a team with 4 teams. It would be more likely for us to win than for us to know who was going to die.
I don't think we have to name someone specifically. I think we just have to say whether we think someone will die or not.
Yeah. No, the higher payout is if you sacrifice somebody.
But if we put it on ourselves to win, we're gaining what, like, probably not too much because we're only betting 2.
True, but remember, if we win, we also get 100 tasks. So
that's true.
We'll be 100 tasks plus whatever the 2 tasks gets us.
I could see it being 20-1 on the new guys beating the storied champions. I could see that actually being a good payout. Now,
40%
if we can actually
gain.
do it or not. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it or not. But
again, worst case scenario, we just lost 2 tasks. Like, who gives a fuck? I got my vials. Yeah. That's all I really care about.
Yeah, we have a ship that generates tasks. And a portable node that generates tasks.
There you go.
Which I need to go home. That werewolf's probably wrecking my place.
Does anybody want to talk to anybody else on the list?
I would like to finish this race so I can go home.
I kind of feel like this is going to be a 2-parter.
Yeah.
We got 14 minutes.
Okay, I don't want to talk to anybody else, and I'm fine with anybody betting, but I'm not going to.
Also, I'm kind of butthurt that y'all are mad that the progenitors had cat eyes. Just to let you know, cat eyes are a good reaction for mammals, but I'm better, damn it.
So before we break up, then. And get to the point of we're pretty much. I don't think we're going to start racing, so I'm just going to go over a couple of things here with you guys real quick. Does anybody want to do any research on any of the people that you've met here so far? And
how long do we got
up in a database? You would probably have, I would say, brunch is going to end, and you'll have about 2 hours before the actual activity, because there's other races and other things kind of going on, and the track is changing, and they're dipping.
I'd like to look up like out of the past however many years it is, 8 years or whatever of races, how each team was removed if they had a did not finish.
Okay.
I want to find out what happens to the ones that don't make it historically, and are any of the other teams typically involved or close by when that thing happens?
In response to Dixon, is that what this is?
Along the same lines, I think looking at, because it's only 8 years apparently, we could just look at the last 8 races. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
I thought of that.
Yeah, looking back over the last 8 races, you don't see anything specific that kind of stands out. The virtual adepts are definitely the ones in this race that are well known for doing crazy stuff. One year, the virtual adepts opened up, which was last year, they opened up a portal, and nobody knows what happened after that. They disappeared with the car and possibly ran off with it, but possibly also had bad things happen to them when they screwed up opening up a portal.
So that brings up my question, because I was thinking about contacting Maxie and asking her opinion about this whole thing. But now when you say somebody stole one of the cars, I'm kind of thinking maybe she was on the team last year.
No, she was definitely not on the team last year.
Okay.
No, these people actually are no longer part of. They disappeared and are MIA, according to the database at this point.
Was Buck Sampson on that list?
My father. No, he disappeared in 1978. That was way before any of these races happened. Way before my father disappeared into the black.
I should have said his...
Saving the universe from perhaps deadly peril.
I would like to take a once over with a tricorder or some other kind of censoring device, and just look at all of the contestants with a matter one.
Okay.
Do any of them detect as matter?
I mean, Iteration X definitely has a bunch of matter inside of them, cyborg-wise. But everybody else seems to be pretty normal, besides maybe some of the piercings and stuff that they have from the New World Order.
Okay. So
I'd like to... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, Crazy Doctor isn't a vampire. That's what... He's not a vampire in disguise. That's a progenitor.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's from a base kind of scan. You would see that he doesn't. At least he doesn't come up as he's breathing and stuff like that. Now there might be some. If you want to do deeper scans, we'll have to do a roll for that. But base-wise, he's just coming up as normal, because you have to do more than just matter scan on.
Well, it's more of if I see that it's not matter magic, then I know that they're alive. But that could be faked, I guess.
So
maybe one. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
You sure?
Well, yeah, I was just going to probe deeper on their team only to see if him or one of his crew is a vampire. I just don't know that it would matter even if it was. Besides their blood advantage, and so. You can go ahead.
The likelihood that they're a vampire is extremely low. The likelihood that they might be a ghoul is completely different. That's something you can scan for.
Oh, well, then can I take a quick scan?
Yes. Yeah, so go ahead and do a life scan. So just RTA difficulty 4.
And let's say I'm jumping in on this one with Dimensional Science 2.
Or or dimensional science 1 is all you need for scanning, unless you're trying to do anything more.
Well,
So
I
yeah,
have
you get a scan on them, Phaedra, and you're pretty familiar with
Okay, Mr. Five
tools.
successes.
Oh yeah.
I'm now eating a crepe, by the way.
It's important what the filling is. What is the filling?
Well, I'm basic bitch, so it's just like a cinnamon, maple, banana.
Nah, you lost me at banana.
I would
that
go
with
with
apple?
raspberry jam myself.
So they all come back as not having any vampiric blood inside of them or anything.
How the hell did they get this vial? But
Obviously, he's a progenitor. He has a fucking vampire in a fucking lab somewhere that he's got doing shit for him.
and if so, then how do I snatch it? Like,
yeah, you know, wait. Actually, hey, Phaedra, is there a way to know if this guy is being controlled by a vampire? Is that the roll that I just made?
I could try scanning his mind again.
I think
Cringe.
I think that's the roll that I just made.
Tycho, do you have mind? I believe you do, don't you?
I do, yeah. I have
because you were
mind
doing like a general scan on him to try and see. Yeah, you're coming up with there's nobody controlling his mind or anything like that you can kind of see.
No.
He doesn't seem to be a vampire or have any vampire blood in him, but he's definitely carrying some kind of concoction that's similar to vampire blood.
He definitely has a vampire in a prison somewhere.
If anything, he just gave us the vials to observe what would happen if 4 people took these vials. Because again, I would have done the same thing. So I'm not really faulting Dixon. Yeah, I am, because he did it to me. Like, how dare you, sir? I'm a progenitor. Does he think that less of me?
Hey, try to sell him some fruit fly shit.
No, because I don't want him to know my mixtures.
Oh, wow.
And if anything, if he somehow made it better than me, I'd be fucking pissed. So no.
Oh, you used that genus of fruit fly.
Besides, cat eyes suck.
All right, so
fuck, I forgot about the thing. We have to check the car.
What about the car?
We haven't even looked at it yet. What if somebody sabotaged it or something?
We have 2 hours. Go outside.
I feel like sabotage is one thing I'm not as worried about, just because that would be such a bad look for the people that are providing the car.
No. Think about it. For the amount of times that
it's the syndicate.
The void engineers always get disqualified for modding their cars. Sabotaging could be they modded our car.
The bastards.
They didn't have to destroy it. They just have to amp it.
I want to talk to Jimbo.
Okay, yeah, Jimbo is hanging out in. He's actually hanging out when you go looking for him while everybody's kind of in downtime, and actually most people are off at the syndicate betting thing right now.
They can go to the syndicate betting thing.
But he's sitting in the hangar bay of the the Progenitors hangar bay.
Yeah. Can I say that I have Malachi with me?
Yeah.
Malachi, can you come with?
Yeah, I actually want to. Yep. Yes.
Yeah, because you're. I think I kind of feel like you're a bit of the mechanic guy because you got Prime and Matter. Anyway, hey Jimbo.
He slides out from underneath the car and he kind of looks up. Hey, what's up? Whoa, why aren't you guys out doing betting?
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. Phaedra is like crazy about it. These cars, we're not supposed to modify them, right?
Right.
You're the only one that works on them?
Absolutely.
So, there's 5 bays, right?
Yeah, five bays for each one for
Okay.
each of you.
Yeah. I want the Iteration X car. How does that work? I want the one that they're supposed to drive on the day.
Okay.
I don't want the, and I want it. No, actually, I'm not sure how to say this. I don't think they're working right.
Well,
Right? I think they're souping up their cars. I want each team to get like a random car. Is it, or is that just already a part of it? Maybe I'm just saying this wrong. Malachi, maybe you can help me out with this. I just I just had a lot on my mind today.
No, I see where you're
yeah.
going here with this. I mean, I've always suspected that there might be something, but I highly doubted it, and I always check over these cars. Always, I guarantee there's no modifications that get by me unless they're done the day of. So I could see where you're going with this. I think I might have a way of being able to pull this off for you.
Yeah, and let me just get this straight. From my perspective here, I'm not trying to gain an edge here or anything. I'm not threatening you, obviously. Like, I got no leverage here. I'm just a guy who's been thrust into this situation. And, don't get me wrong. I want to win this. I mean, Malachi here, he can attest to that. I've been in a simulator for the last week.
I'm nodding.
I mean, he's been in the simulator for the last week. We've got the medical records to prove it.
Well,
if there's a way for us to somehow randomize the cars, just in case, and not make it suspicious, I think that would be really cool.
well,
But if not, like I'm saying, I'm not trying to pressure you. I got no leverage.
I'll tell you what. And he says, "You make me a promise not to take any of that shit that you get from that fucking doctor, and I'll promise I can find a way to randomize these cars."
Oh,
Deal.
yeah, the stuff we bought from that guy. No, that's the only research. I ain't drinking that shit. Nobody on my team is drinking that shit.
Oh, good. Good.
Wait, what do you know about that guy?
Just listen. Just don't drink his shit. And don't worry about it. I'll get the cars all randomized. And he goes back underneath the.
Hey, Jimbo.
Slides back
Good
up.
job.
What?
I like you, man. I'll see you around.
I like you too. And he goes back under.
What was that, Malachi?
While they were talking, I would like to take a picture of the car with prime and matter to get a reference for what it's supposed to look like.
Okay.
I'm planning on also doing this right before we go to drive it to see if they're the same picture.
Okay. Awesome.
I assume all 5 bays are right here. He's just working on one car.
There's 5 different bays. He's currently in the Syndicate Bay.
But they're like right next to each other?
Yeah, you just walk over pretty much. You can easily accessible, and there's like even open, you can almost see into the other area. But it looks like he's the only one here working.
So Malachi, we can walk around and like take pictures of all the cars?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it, Malachi.
That sounds good. I asked Jimbo, like, this car you're working on here, is this this is up to speed, verified, correct? Every car should be exactly like this one?
Yep.
Jimbo?
Oh, sorry.
Jimbo?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So yeah, let's assuming he literally is just going over this one, it can't be modified, and so let's just take this one, and then we'll try to get all of them tomorrow morning before the race starts.
You can tell that he's starting to get a little bit aggravated, like he's trying to get something done. He's like, I gotta get back to work, boys.
Yeah, have at it. Do you want a rep for that?
No, I'm just gonna kind of give you that. That's
Okay.
simple. You guys kind of go around and, just go about scanning and everything like that. And so you guys finish up, and we're getting about to that point here where we gotta to finish up here. But I kind of wanted to leave us on a little bit of a cliffhanger here. So, is there anything that you guys really wanted to do before getting to the heats?
Nah, do your cliffhanger.
Okay. So once you guys get to the first heat, so heats are going to be done where everybody goes single. You guys are going last since traditionally the Void Engineers have come in last in this, so they go last in the heats. It's all based upon where you were last year, actually.
That's fine. That's fine.
So Iteration X goes through and does pretty well. We'll give you real stats on it. New World Order comes in just behind them. And when the Progenitors go on their first heat, as soon as he gets to the first corner, all of the turrets in the racetrack and all of the drones start just descending down upon him. And there's enough turrets there to fire at 4 or 5 cars and stuff like that. And normally during the heats only one of them is active, but all of them come active, and all of the drones just start blasting this car, and it explodes.
What?
We
just to
said
be
about
clear,
it.
Should put money on someone dying.
Also, we're gonna die.
just to be clear, the drones were not supposed to be active for the heats, correct? I mean,
Drones and turrets were active for the heats. It's you still had to shoot stuff, and it was expected that 3 drones would pop up and start firing at that one car. Instead, 15 drones popped up, plus another 15 from the other drone area flew over, and all of the turrets that normally would only shoot at one area all activated and started pouring down fire onto this car.
The hell?
I assume that's where we're leaving it here?
Yep.
Right here?
Yep.
What the hell?
What? Ah! I wish that we could play for another 6 hours. I'm sorry, that's just what other streamers say. I'm fine with leaving it here.
All right, so we are going to end it here. So this is Frozen Fallout signing off.
This is Tycho Vance and Moto Rory. Good night.
Good night, peeps.
All right, we're going to have to come up with a different way to do this.